Sean, Diana and Boon Chong of West Coast Simei and Huapayo. Well, today you'll be learning something new because I've just got your request from the email. Actually, if you didn't notice, I was doing some of them earlier. Well, today you'll be learning how to social dance, how to ace that interview and the final tips in buying one of these, a digital camera. So join me, Mr. 101, as I'll show you how to do these things and more, the 101 way.
Hi, I'm here to look for a job.
I'm very hardworking. I can work like a horse. I don't have to eat. I don't have to sleep. This is my CV. Please give me a job. Please.
I'm here to look for a job. 8:45? Help!
Please give me a job. Please give me a job. Please.
Whew, it's only a dream. It's not. Oh, hi David. This is David. He's owner of a recruitment firm. So David, how can I prevent that nightmare from happening to me?
Getting a job is not easy. Preparation work is just as important like getting a good night's sleep. Let me tune the clock back.
Fortunately for me, David is taking me back a day so I can properly prepare for my interview. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the all-important CV, right?
Yes, basically there are three things you have to look out for to ace for interview. Your CV, your wardrobe, and your composure during the interview.
Well, CV. Here is mine, all 85 pages of it. What do you think?
85 pages, just way too long. First thing first, your CV has to be kept simple, condensed and summarized.
A good CV should be short, sharp and precise. Remember that your interviewer will be plowing through loads of CVs just like yours, so use a large typeface or font and structure your CV into a clear layout. An ideal resume should consist of just 2 to 3 pages. As you're preparing your CV, you might want to take note of certain things when applying for a job. Once you have identified the jobs you wish to apply for, make a list of the companies you're sending out your CVs to and the dates you send them out. Now, you certainly don't want to sound like you forgot about the job that you applied for when you get a call for that interview. So, you've been selected for an interview. Congratulations! Now be prepared to sell yourself. Don't know how to do that? It's simple. Just use your 4 senses.
Okay David, let me show you what I have in mind because I want to make a very good impression. So I'm going to wear my favorite shirt. And just to reflect my personality, maybe this tie.
This is the wrong tie for wrong. This is the wrong shit and the wrong tie.
But it's my favorite shirt.
You deliver the wrong impression.
Okay.
Maybe you would like to try a white shirt with this tie. Like this.
Think this will really help me?
It's more serious and I think it will be more professional.
Once you've got your wardrobe sorted out, make sure that you're also smelling good. A pleasant perfume always leaves a better impression than a sweaty odor. When you meet your interviewers, greet them with a firm handshake. This initial physical contact will set the pace for the rest of the interview, so be confident and smile. And finally, sound competent and be sure of what you're talking about.
Well, it was out of interest in the automotive industry and also because I generally like cars.
Your interviewer will be impressed by straightforward answers and will be left with a lasting impression even after the interview is over. Make sure you have ample time to travel when getting to the location of your interview. You certainly don't want to arrive drenched, panting, and uncomfortable.
Hello. Sorry I'm late. Wow, my Paul. Oh, yes.
So can we have your resume?
Oh, resume, okay.
Also occasion where I ask candidate, have you brought the necessary documentation? Yes, I have. Then they go to the back and they spend a lot of time looking for the documents. I mean, the interviewer will not have the time to sit there and wait for you to flash out your documents. So it should be prepared. That will present a very good positive image of the candidate.
One of the key areas referred to at your interview will be your educational background. This is no time to be vague.
I just graduated from I think it's a bachelor in science, and then before that I was from the polytechnic. Then before that I was in secondary school. Then before that primary school. Then before that kindergarten.
Instead, go into detail about your accomplishments and sell your talents.
Well, I started with my education qualifications. I have a Bachelor in Business Administration with a keen interest in marketing.
Then of course your interviewer will want to know why you think you're good for the job. So really impress them by enthusiastically describing your work experience.
I once worked in a coffee shop. That was part-time, and then I also sold handphones and sold perfumes and sold cardboard coupons and sold pencil and paper.
Of course, that's not the best way to do it.
When you ask them a question, they look at you, stare at you blank, give you a monosyllabic response. So for those kind of candidates, it is very hard for us to market them, and in fact, we will not want to send them to client because it'll be quite embarrassing.
But I'm very nervous.
What's needed here is a clear demonstration of your strengths and initiatives.
As for working experience, well, I've been in the sales line, 5 years experience selling cars, and also another 2 years selling electronic products.
Finally, you'll have to talk about your future aspirations. Where do you want to be in 5 years?
Anything, as long as I can make money.
No, that's not right. What your interviewer is really looking for is your level of motivation and ambition.
I think I would like to be in the service-oriented industry, maybe like hotel or something like that, because I have a very keen interest in meeting people and helping them solve their problems.
So our final piece of advice here is simple.
Be poised, hold your hand comfortably, and then show your excitement and your enthusiasm through the eye.
If you catch yourself waiting for that important callback after your interview, you should just call after about a week to check. Who knows, your concern and eagerness may just win you that job.
Well, looks like I've started the next segment, which is how to social dance. Well, come back after the break and I'll show you how.
Not knowing how to dance is definitely no excuse to turn a girl down. Especially when you're at a social function like a dinner and dance. And of course, there could be other reasons why that girl you asked for that dance turned you down.
But instead of trying to make an exit in a hurry,
Let's learn to do the boogie!
Well, social dance has three types of dances in it. One is disco rock, rock and roll, and social cha-cha. And it's easy to learn, and you have lots of fun. And rock and roll is an evergreen. You always have rock and roll. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I know it's probably a good idea to dress to impress, especially in such a class. But comfort is more important. But if you think you can't pick up social dance just because you're not musically inclined, well, let's just say don't count on it.
We're gonna do a basic disco rock. So let's go. Ready and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
For basic disco rock, there are just 4 basic steps to learn. Now Shireen tells me that I can dance to any disco music with these moves, but we'll just have to practice without the music first. Of course, from these basic steps, we'll move on to more advanced variations later. When you've mastered the beats, it's time to turn up the music. You'll first be introduced to beats and counts without attempting any footwork. Once you have a feel of the tempo, we can start with the simple basic steps. It may look easy, but if you're going to get your timing and coordination right, it's important to practice.
You need to practice, in fact, I would say daily. If you really want to make sure that you graduate from the course, and able to dance well, I would think since you invest the time in going for lessons like 1 hour a week perhaps, then it makes sense to practice and make sure that you master it during that time frame. Excellent! Give yourself a round of applause. We have a point, step, step, step.
For basic rock and roll, our 4 steps are now modified, and we've got an extra move, the point, added in as well. Now, it takes a while to get used to this variation, so the best move here is to first take it slow. Now, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Point step, step, step. Point step, step, step. Point step, step, step. Point step, step, step. Good. Keep it up. Excellent.
Besides learning the beats, rhythm and steps, I think I'm missing some other technique.
Okay, what is the most important thing to remember when you dance with somebody? Who can tell me?
Don't take the lead.
Yes, don't take the lead. So, which means that ladies will always have to follow. That's very basic rule. The man always leads. The men enjoy it. They always like to lead. And this is a clear chance they have no arguments about it. The ladies have to follow. There's no way that they can do anything else. So usually I would say that at the end of the day, when the man comes to learn at the beginning, he's very hesitant. But then after a while, and he finds that, hey, I get to lead. There's no negotiation. It's that. Okay, either you dance that way or you can't dance at all. That's for sure. This is basic, together this way. Can you see that I'm moving only when he starts? Okay? That's how it goes. Can you just try that with your partner? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, in order to do this properly, we've got to get used to identifying each other's body language. And as the man taking the lead, you have to plan your moves in advance. Let's check out some other variations. Changing hands. The cycle. The windmill. And the sweetheart. Wow, that was a good workout, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Well, so do you guys do this every week?
Yes.
Why do you like it so much?
It's a partner dance.
Very good exercise.
For once, a couple can go together, hand in hand.
So, do you think I've got the potential? Hey,
As you proceed with more dance lessons, you'll get to learn more variations and faster tempos.
For social dance, I would say that a lot of young people like social dance because it's fun and it's fast and it's energizing. So, but the older ones, they enjoyed it as well. Because sometimes rock and roll, they can sort of play down the pace of it. They can sort of slow it down. So then they can do their stuff as well. It can be very fast.
Well, I may just go for the next class.
That's good news. I'm glad to hear it, Mr. 101. That's great news.
Who knows? You could be the one showing off the next time you're at your dinner and dance. And of course, this will only come with practice. So join a dance club, dance with friends, just keep dancing. Oh dear, he needs to go digital. Whether it's still pictures or video, when you want to keep your memories of your loved ones or happy occasions, you certainly want to make sure that the camera you're using is dependable.
Or have the functions you need. Now if you're thinking of getting one like Chong of Simei, you really want to make sure it has everything you need.
As with any other technological equipment like handphones and computers, many of the cameras you'll see in the shop may be obsolete by the time you actually decide to buy them.
But if you know exactly what you're using the equipment for, it could actually last you a long time. So let's take a look at some of them.
There are basically two types of consumers in the market for cameras. You're either a professional, which means you know your stuff and what to buy, or simply a lifestyle user. I decided to check out some cameras with Samuel, a digital camera expert.
Okay, for example, a good camera to recommend is actually something like this. It's small, lightweight and compact. And what's really nice about it is that it's got a resolution which gives you very good 4R print.
Now a lot of cameras come with standard features like autofocus, digital zoom, color and white balance, etc, etc. But check out these with special features.
Filming an MPEG movie couldn't be easier. It's just like using a mini video camera.
For a holiday goer, chances are he won't like to lug around a video camera, a normal camera, and then again he's not actually a professional photographer or a videographer. So what he wants is to capture moment of happiness when he's with his family and so forth. So we call it the Kodak moment. Okay, now things like this, a camera like this will allow him to do a short clip. Some of them are 15 to 20 seconds. You can just press the start and stop button, which is the shutter itself. So once he pressed it, he can actually do a short movie clip.
Now isn't this quite a revolution for a digital still camera?
Besides being able to connect the camera directly to your PC to download the pictures, all cameras come with a memory card. Flash memory cards store data like digital images. The minimum recommended size is 128 MB, but this is all set to change. Expect to see cards with 1 GB storage capacity, and that's equivalent to around 1,000 photos or 20 rolls of film. Prices for digital cameras start at around $300 for lifestyle cameras to several $1,000s for professional models. But be aware of hidden costs. Even after you've bought your camera kit, you'll have to invest in an extra battery, especially if you like to use large viewfinder to compose your pictures. And if you're planning on taking loads of photos on your holidays, you'll need extra media cards as well. You could easily spend a bomb buying these accessories, so it's good to first make a mental note of what you need before buying them.
Now needless to say, professional cameras like these have a whole lot more features in them. That explains the price.
The main difference between a professional digital camera like this one and lower range models is that the lenses are interchangeable, making it as versatile as any stills camera. This feature also gives you greater control over the lens aperture. Just check out the detail in this digital photograph.
To me, it's so sharp, like you could even see detail over the sides. And to achieve something like this, you need a minimum of very slow film speed. To get this developed, it will take like a couple of days, maybe 4 to 5 days. But in a digital camera, to get a result like this, it just takes about 2 minutes.
Hurry up, before I lose it.
Essentially, there is a lot more you can find out about the cameras that you want to buy. To do some research of your own, browse these sites to get the lowdown on digital camera know-how.
To get the most out of your purchase, you might want to log on to the net first, get some basic knowledge, or you can visit some shops, talk to the sales rep, check out some models. You may be surprised with what you might like.
Don't forget to join me next week when I'll show you how to improve your image, how to cook for yourself, and how to be a handyman around your house. Now that you've seen my show, here's a chance for you to get involved. Check out my website and tune in each week to find out if your request is on the show.